As a start of my self-improvement journey, I discovered what a timetable was. The fact of organizing your day to the dot, knowing that from this time to time you do this, from that time to that time to do that. And that seemed very unattractive to me. I'm thinking, yeah, I want to have control over my life. I want to be able to choose what I do at this time just by how I feel. That having a timetable seemed too rigid, too stiff for me. So I thought to myself, I'll make more progress on my self-improvement journey if I don't have one. Because I probably can't follow one to the dot. And because of that, my progress was pretty limited for the first few months of my self-improvement journey. And so I finally dropped my ego and accepted to try it out. In the beginning, I messed up a lot. I wasn't able to make a good enough timetable. I made one that was way too difficult for me to follow, especially at the stage I was in the beginning of my self-improvement journey. I made it way too difficult for me to follow at the time. I had took so many different things into it. And many of the activities were there more to fill up my free time than to help me progress towards my goals. But only recently, a few months ago, that I actually discovered how to use the timetable and structure my life in the right way. And because this is such an important skill and strategy, I really want to share it with you. Then, video, I'm going to talk about how to make your own daily routine and just structure your life in general to achieve your goals in the long run. So, the timetable or calendar is basically that the way I use it is I basically fill up every single hour of my day. So every single hour of my day is filled up with a certain activity that will help me in the long run. So from you can see it right here. I'll just show you right here. I have my computer right here, so you can see it. So that's what my timetable currently looks like. You can see from 4 to 6:30, some 6:15, I'm working, I record videos, then I'm training, then I'm working a little bit more, then I'm learning, and then I'm eating. So you can see every hour of my day is filled up, even the time I go to bed. So it greatly helps because I don't need to have this make these decisions just on the fly. When I don't really know what to do, I just look at my timetable, I just look at my calendar, and I just know it knows it more than me. I just quickly look at my calendar that I made in the past, that's structured to help me achieve my goals. And then yeah, I just go and do what I have to do. And it's very, very, very helpful. Very powerful trick if you can use it correctly. So the way to structure your own calendar, first start with adding your bedtime. When will you go to sleep and when will you wake up? And make sure it's the same every single day. That's the thing that cannot change. Some people will say we start coping. No. I know if you truly want to, you can find a way to wake up at the same time every single day and go to bed at the same time every single day. It's just because you have this event with friends every Saturday that you absolutely don't want to miss and don't want to put back at least by a few hours. So you fuck up your sleep because of it. No. Wake up at the same time every single day, go to bed at the same time every day. On some rare occasion, okay, on some rare occasion, it won't happen. Last Friday, it was a rare occasion for me. I still woke up at 4 a.m. But I woke up yesterday. I woke up a little bit later. But I went to bed at like literally 11 p.m. on Friday. But it was a rare occasion. I was invited to a basketball game by some friends. And now when I just said, yeah, fuck it, I went to see, I saw it. With the knowledge that yeah, it will fuck up my sleep. But I don't do it like every week. I do it like once every 2 months, something like that, where I stay up late. Or sometimes once every 3 months. And even then, I'm really considering just stopping it. Really try to go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time. So I'm gonna be honest, even this morning, yesterday morning, I woke up at 4:40 instead of 4 a.m. And this morning I woke up at literally 5:30. And I'm a little bit ashamed that this morning I just woke up, my alarm sounded at 4 a.m. It rang at 4 a.m. And I couldn't, I lost the battle to my bed. I like popped my head up and then I just, yeah, fell back asleep. Normally it doesn't, like recently it hasn't been happening frequently, but yeah, yesterday, this morning it happened. So I started working a little bit later. Right now it's 5:55 and I'm recording my first video today. A little bit later on, but yeah, it's not so bad. But you need to try your best. At least set the time when you want to wake up and the time when you want to go to bed. It's gonna be hard in the beginning to follow to the dot, but over time it's gonna follow. You're gonna get some momentum, and yeah, it's gonna be easy then. And then what I want you to do is set the time when you're going to eat. Set a few, and if you can, if it's possible for you, try to make it also at the same time every day. For most of the activity, it will be way better if you could set it at the same time every day. So for me, when it comes to working out and eating, it's a bit different on some days because I have school on school days. Yeah, I work out after school, but I still have my first work block is still at the same time every day. My sleep time is at the same time every day. My night routine is the same time every day. But my workout block and my second work block after my workout block isn't there on the weekdays, but because I have school at that time. But yeah, I'll push my workout back and I eat my first meal 2 hours after waking up or 3 hours after waking up when I have school. So those are some small changes that I have. But really, if you can, try to make it as, it would be best if you could just do the same activity at the same time every single day, because it will create this routine to the point where you don't even have to think before doing it because it's just a new normal for you. And yeah, so then set time when you eat. I would recommend you to do some intermittent fasting because it's very powerful. So intermittent fasting is basically you don't eat for the first 2 hours of the day. So you don't eat instantly. It's even not recommended to eat, even for if you just want to be a healthy human being. It's not recommended to eat in the first hour of waking up. It's also not recommended to eat in the last 3 hours before going to bed. So if you not even interested in intermittent fasting, at least do those two things if you want to be healthy. Don't eat in the first hour of your day, and don't eat in the last 3 hours of your day. When it comes to the second one, I'm also messing up a lot when it comes to the second one. I'm not eating in the last 3 hours of the day because yeah, my mom makes dinner a little bit later on, and yeah, but I'm thinking I don't like making excuses. My mom. I think it's a little bit like, what can I do to change that? Maybe not eat my mom's dinner directly after she makes it and just eating it the next day. That would be a possibility. I might think of it. But yeah, just one trick. Very often this type of excuses are just excuses. You can if you truly want to, you can find a way. That's why when I noticed myself just saying, oh yeah, but my mom makes dinner later on, I just thought, yeah, what can I change? Yeah, maybe I should consider not eating my dinner, which my mom makes it, but eating it the next day. Yeah, I'm going to see. I'm going to think about it. But yeah, the first one I do pretty well. I always fast, especially on weekends. I try to fast until like on some days I will fast until dinner, and those are most likely the most productive days when I just eat my dinner. I just fast the whole day, just eat dinner. And those are by far the most productive days because a lot of foods will digesting is very like taxing for you. Like it takes a lot of when you're digesting, it's very hard to focus in general, especially on your work, on learning. It's very difficult to be focused while digesting a lot of food, especially like some food like with a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, complex carbs. foods that are mainly fat and protein, not as much. If you eat like a keto diet or carnivore diet, maybe it may not affect you. But even if you're on a keto or carnivore diet, when you eat like super big meals, then you might still have this brain fog afterwards. But yeah, that's why fasting is so powerful. And in the future, I'm also I'm working on my business to also make more money, so I can change this part of my diet and maybe switch a carnivore diet. I find it very interesting. Buy good meat and yeah, eat mostly meat and maybe some fruit. And yeah, so I recommend you to do intermittent fasting and then at the time when you will work on your purpose, on your work. What's your current purpose? What's the current focus of your life? It may be fitness, it may be your business. For me, it's my business. So if I would make my timetable again, after adding my eating time, I would add the time when I work. So I work. My first working block is from 4 to 6:15, and then from 8:30 to 11:15. So it works pretty well for me. So find your your purpose, your main priority right now, and add that time. And I would recommend you greatly to add that block directly after waking up. Because if it's your priority, I would recommend you work on it instantly when your brain is still fresh after waking up. So what I do is basically I wake up, I take a cold shower, I start working. And it works very, very, very well for me. Because my brain is still so fresh. I just woke up. It's the first activity I invest my brain power in. My brain hasn't been influenced by some information throughout the day. No, it's still so fresh, and I can just focus on my work. So at the time when you work on your purpose, I would recommend it to be in the first few hours of the day, and then at the time when you will work out. So for me, I work out directly after my first working block, and yeah, just do that at the time when you will work out. And if you want to have a second working block, and then you will find that if you really focus on the main priorities in your life, if you really focus on things that mean a lot to you and don't do some bullshit, like I could be doing some random bullshit instead of recording videos. If you really focus on the lever moving tasks, the really important tasks in your life, the really important tasks for your work, you will find that there will be from some people a lot of free time left, for some people a little bit less. But you will find that yeah, there is free time left. You have some blocks that are just empty. And what you should basically do for those blocks is just learning. Reading books, watching informational videos, watching long form podcasts, listening to an audio book. Just add a big learning block there. So for me, you can see it's down here. And it's not, I didn't add it because I thought, oh yeah, but there, I'm so smart, but there, that learning block, so I'd rather learn that. No, there was just free time there. In your free time, just learn and think. So I'll just learn and think. So I just read books, I watch podcasts, I watch some informational videos, and sometimes I just sit there and think in that block. That's basically it. When you added the most important things, so your work block, your workout, what you eat, when you eat, your sleep, your bedtime, your night routine. Then for the rest, the free time you have left, just add learning and thinking. It's basically it. And then you just read books, watch informational podcasts, watch some videos. It's all informational videos that help you. And yeah, that's basically it. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to add a little block for night routine where you just basically do the things like brushing your teeth, stretching, maybe taking a warm shower because it helps with better. You just do the things that will greatly help you when going to bed. So what I do there, I just quickly brush my teeth, I stretch, I do some breath work, then I go to bed. And I also sometimes read. That's basically it. So I have a quick night routine. And also, of course, I also brush my teeth in the morning, of course. After my workout, I brush my teeth again. And yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. So I would greatly recommend you add this into your life because structuring, just make a routine, have goals, have a great goal that you want to achieve in the future, and structure your life to optimize your way there, your way to that goal. I think this is a great way to live. It seems rigid to some people. It seems really like a stiff lifestyle, but it's amazing. And one mindset I can give you is not, don't necessarily cry just because you're not following to the dot, or if you can't follow it 100%. Because just following this day for like 50%, 30%, 20%, 10% is already pretty good. I will be honest, I don't follow this day to the dot like 100% every single day. And very often I don't follow it to the dot. On some days, I will find myself watching some bullshit on YouTube. On some days, I would just, when I'm asked, my mom will ask me to go out with her, like to help her with the groceries, or I would go with, on a walk with my mom, or my friends would invite me to something, or I will decide to, I would just clean, like this morning after working out, I would just clean the house a little bit, help my mom clean the house. And that's basically it. You don't have to follow it to another, because even for me, it's very rare that I follow it to like 100% of this day. But even when I just follow 50% of it, it's already very good. I'm trying to get to the level where I can follow it 100% for most of the days, but I'm not at that level yet. So even in the beginning, see it as progress. If you just follow it like for literally 5%, it's already better than nothing. If you just do the morning routine, it's already good. And then just make progress from there, because even that is a skill. But it's so much better because you just have to just mindlessly follow what your schedule says you should do. That's why it's so powerful. So yeah, don't want to miss for it. Chase it.